How do you control the banking function? After watching this video, you'll know exactly how to control the banking function. Hi, my name is Rip, and hopefully you're getting some value from my videos. If so, before getting into the video, please make sure to subscribe. It sure would help me out. And hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. And hopefully that would help you out. The banking function is simply the flow of money that comes from a bank, usually in a lump sum and as a loan, and then that which flows back to the bank, usually in monthly payments. More specifically, borrowing a sum of money from somewhere, usually a bank, and then making the agreed upon payments plus interest back to where the money was borrowed from. Most people really do not even think about the banking function, nor are we ever taught about it. Even though 34.5 cents of every one of our dollars goes to interest, which is a part of the banking function. That is 34.5% of our money going away from us every month just to pay for interest. Tighter banking regulations are now requiring all interest expenses to be clearly disclosed on loan documents. And while that is now showing the exact amount that the borrower will be paying to borrow that money, sadly, it has not changed consumer borrowing habits. While most of us are constantly struggling to minimize the amount of money that we spend every month, few of us know or are even made aware of the volume of our money that goes just toward interest. Let me remind you that interest is simply the money that we must pay someone else to use their money. Following this train of thought, why wouldn't we stop using someone else's money and stop losing that 34.5 cents out of every one of our dollars? By controlling the banking function, which allows us to be in control of our own money, we could eliminate 34.5% loss, which also means that we would increase the amount of money that we keep each month by 34.5%. We wouldn't or don't stop using someone else's money because we have never been taught or shown any other way. Borrowing money from someone else has become the expected normal of our society. Do you think banks or credit cards or any other lending institutions want you to know how they make their money? Can you imagine how different your life would be if you had every penny of interest that you ever paid back in your own pocket? I can see you smiling. Wouldn't you like to know how you can make this happen? It is called controlling the banking function. While it is not hard to do it, it does have a few requirements. Like everything else worthwhile, you will need to commit to it and you'll need to be disciplined. You'll also have to understand that you'll be going against what almost everyone else is doing and might even have to defend yourself for doing it. I find it a bit ironic that controlling the banking function is not a new idea. Rather, it's hundreds of years old. Us controlling our own banking function has been replaced and is even trying to be eliminated by those of our society that benefit most from them controlling our banking function. Let's start with a very simple lesson. Paying my car insurance bill. It's $800 this year. There's an option to make 2 payments of $425 each, but that would cost me another $50. I'm a good saver and save my car insurance money in my shoebox, and I'm able to make the single payment. Because I'm going to start controlling my banking function, I will take the $800 from my shoebox and pay the full amount. Since I know that next year I'll have to pay this again, and it would have been $850 to finance it, I start paying myself $71 every month. The $850 I would have paid them to finance it divided by 12 months for when the next payment is due. Fast forward to the next year's car insurance bill. It went up to $830 for the year, or $880 if I was going to finance the payments through them. After paying myself the $71 a month for 12 months, I have $852 in my shoebox. I take the $830 from my shoebox and pay my car insurance bill, and then start paying into my shoebox the $880 to take into account the amount of the finance fee if they were going to finance it for me, divided by the next 12 months, which would equal $880 divided by 12 months, which would be $74 a month. I'm now paying $74 a month into my shoebox for my next annual car insurance bill. Nelson, who was a pilot, used to tell me, let's not get stuck in the weeds and let's look at this from the 10,000-foot view. Try and understand the principle. We took an annual bill, our car insurance bill, and we financed it ourselves. We could have paid cash for it and just been done with it. We could have financed it to the car insurance company and paid them for using their money. We could have even charged it on a charge card and paid them interest for using their money. With just this one annual car insurance bill, we have decided to start controlling the banking function for ourselves. It is really this simple to control the banking function. I hope this helps. Thanks for stopping by.